From Lambton, Middlesex.
Mr. Speaker, my question today is to the Premier. Small businesses are the backbones of our communities, and yet Liberals do, as they always do, attack them. Right now, the federal Liberals are pushing forward tax changes that would leave some in Ontario paying a tax rate of 73%. This push is despite 94% of small business owners saying the Trudeau government's tax changes will hurt Canadian businesses and their families. These tax changes could shutter stores along main streets across the province of Ontario. Mr. Speaker, will the Premier help put an end to these dangerous Liberal tax hikes?
Minister.
I am going to let the question stand, but making sure that in the preamble you then direct to make sure that we're talking about policy that would assist. So I just remind the member for his supplementary.
Minister of Economic Development and Growth.
Minister of Economic Development and Growth.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the last time I checked, we're at Queen's Park and we're not in the Parliament buildings in Ottawa. But that's a question certainly he can ask his Conservative colleagues in Ottawa to ask. How I'll respond is to say this government is working tirelessly on behalf of small business people across this province. Just yesterday, Mr. Speaker, we tabled a bill that entirely targets cutting back on red tape for small businesses. Fantastic. In fact, Mr. Speaker, it's not just the bill. It comes with a package that's the most ambitious package this province has embarked on in generations, Mr. Speaker, to help reduce the cost of doing business in the province of Ontario and to open up our province to working better and helping to make it easier for small businesses to function. Mr. Speaker, I will in all likelihood refer the supplementary to our champion for small business, the minister responsible for small business, but I look forward to the member's supplementary.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Well, Mr. Speaker, back to the Premier. Jerry McCartney is Chief Executive and General Manager of the London Chamber of Commerce. He summed the Liberal message up nicely. Dear Canadian businesses, thanks, but we no longer need you. Speaker, Liberals are painting hardworking small businesses as tax cheats and have told them they are sitting in their gated communities eating cakes. It's simply not the case. These changes will hurt our neighbours, our friends, our family farms, the stores we visit every day in our communities. We must fight for Ontario small business. Mr. Speaker, will the Premier denounce these tax hikes, and will she stand up for Ontario small businesses?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister.
The minister responsible for small business, Mr.
Minister responsible for small business.
Excellent.
Well, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the member for a supplementary question. I've been on the road. I've had the opportunity to meet with chambers of commerce right across the province. I've had the opportunity to do multiple small business forums across the province. This is an opportunity to hear their comments, to hear the concerns. But let me tell you, Mr. Speaker, our government has one goal in common. We're going to grow small business in the province of Ontario to make them prosper, to create the jobs that Ontarians want.